This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi, who has some serious weather to talk about, but Rebecca has the morning off. And well, good morning, Starshine.
Good
what
morning
you got?
to you.
A little rain coming.
You know, a little bit. A little bit of rainfall today. You know, it's the first half of the day looks okay, though, so the morning commute should not be an issue. Pick up at the school bus stops during the morning should be fine. As we head into the afternoon, though, it's a different story. We got bands of rain headed our way as we head into the afternoon, and I think some inland locations could possibly see some fairly heavy rainfall. That's probably true today, probably true tomorrow as well.
Wow, bands of rain. Don't get to hear bands of rain.
No, they'll be playing a nice tune this afternoon. We're looking at a spin in the atmosphere. Can you see that? Yeah, just around the Kennedy Space Center there, moving across that region. That is a non-tropical, well, it has tropical origins, but it's not going to develop into a tropical system. Headed to the north, it's going to draw tropical moisture up, as it is doing now currently over Atlantic waters and also over Gulf waters. You'll notice that kind of line of showers lifting northward. All of that will influence our weather today with about a 60% chance for showers. Daytime high comes in the upper 80s, a little bit cooler. That's the plus side of all the rainfall. Well, there are lots of plus sizes to rainfall, right? But one of them is that the cloud cover will keep our temperatures down just a little bit, so that's nice. Hopefully it won't come down too hard too fast, and we won't see any issues with any kind of flooding on roadways, but we'll keep an eye on that as we head through the afternoon. Complete forecast coming up in just a few. Back to you, Donnie.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways this morning at 6:03, and things are picking up. You see there in Manatee County on State Road 70, east of 301 and west of 75, a little bit of a hot spot as you head west on State Road 70 and both north and south on 301. Just south of State Road 70, be aware of that, but no accident or delay to speak of, just volume picking up there. Sarasota County is looking normal for this hour as people getting ready to head out the door. Nothing is doing in the city proper, and then the rest of the county also is moving along nicely in Sarasota. Topping our news this morning, a fatal overnight shooting is being investigated right now by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. It happened at the 1800 block of Rita Street in Sarasota around 2:30 this morning. According to the Sheriff's Office, one adult male is dead on scene. Everyone involved in the incident is said to be accounted for. Deputies are investigating further, and we'll have more information as that investigation unfolds. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. And local defense attorneys are now discussing how the death of Christian Berry could impact the trial of her husband, Joseph Walsh. Walsh is facing murder charges in the death of baby Chance Walsh. Christian Berry was a key witness in the murder case, and authorities believe she committed suicide in the Sarasota County Jail over the weekend. Berry had previously struck a deal with the state to testify against her husband, and she told detectives that Joseph Walsh beat and choked their son before burying him days later in a shallow grave. Local defense attorney Derek Bird discusses whether Berry's statements against her husband will still carry that weight in trial.
But what happens in court is that those statements are called hearsay. It is her word, it's her signature, but she wasn't subject to cross-examination. So a defendant has a constitutional right to confront his witnesses.
Now, the prosecution says it will move forward with the murder trial against Joseph Walsh, but Berry's death will change how they prosecute the case. That trial is set to begin in June. Meanwhile, a man accused of covering up a murder in Sarasota will now serve less than 3 years in prison. James Kane was sentenced yesterday, and investigators say Kane's son Robert shot and killed his sister's ex-boyfriend outside of their home. James Kane helped stage the crime scene to look like it was self-defense and lied to police about what exactly happened. Robert Kane's murder trial is set for next April. And Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are looking for a woman who may have information about a fatal shooting in Bradenton. Sharon Johnson is not a suspect in the case, but deputies do say she may have witnessed the shooting early Sunday morning. Deputies say they found Ernestine Gardner lying in the front yard of a home on 11th Street East. And Gardner later died at Blake Medical Center. Now, witnesses overheard an argument before the shooting, but no arrests have been made at this point. If you have any information about Johnson's whereabouts or the shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. Illegal advertising of rental units and a moratorium on chain businesses are on the agenda today at the Holmes Beach City Commission meeting. The city's comprehensive plan limits the number of occupants in a rental unit to 6 people, or 2 per bedroom. According to the Bradenton Herald, the city has experienced rentals being advertised showing room for a much larger group of occupants than that ordinance allows. Commissioners want to clarify the ordinance to make the occupancy restrictions clearer to those renting out the homes. Also, a public hearing will be held on the moratorium on chain businesses. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight, and if it is approved, the moratorium would go into effect next June for 8 months. The city of Venice is expected to vote for the first property tax increase in a dozen years today. The likely millage rate increase means each Venice homeowner will pay $50 more per $100,000 worth of property. That totals just over $1.5 million in new revenue for the city. A second public hearing on the increase will be held in 2 weeks. And a major project in Venice will soon get underway. According to the Army Corps of Engineers, the sewer lift station at the South Jetty has to be moved, but that could also mean a Venice hotspot would have to go as well. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley explains.
Anita's Sandcastle has long been a Venice hotspot, a place to enjoy the water and get a hot dog.
Want to go out for lunch? We don't even say where are we going to go because this is it.
These ladies are out here every week, taking in the sun, the view, and the food.
We were very distressed when we thought it was going to go away.
This building has public restrooms. This underground lift station pumps the wastewater from here to the main sewer lines. The Army Corps of Engineers does not like that.
With the tropical storm, we had water overwashing the jetty, and that has a higher opportunity to infiltrate into the sewer system.
The Corps asked the city to pick up and move, but after much negotiation, the Corps has made a concession for the concession stand.
The Army Corps of Engineers agreed to allow us to keep the structure there, provided we remove the underground utilities and relocate them.
To help offset the costs for new piping, the West Coast Inland Navigation District, or WCIND, has offered to kick in $50,000 for what city engineer Kathleen Whedon says will be a gravity pipe.
So it'll be a single pipe that'll go from here to probably down near where the crow's nest is.
No, I think they need the concession stand here. It's always good to have a place where you can grab a quick sandwich and something to drink.
While the verdict is nearly written on the building, Anita and her famous hot dogs have reached the end of their lease, and the city is required by law to look for new vendors.
We will be going out for competitive bid for this location for a future vendor.
In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And a plan to bring a solar-powered pontoon ferry to Manasota Key is closer to being approved. The Englewood Community Redevelopment Agency voted yesterday to take the proposed ferry plan before Sarasota County Commissioners. If it's approved, the boat would navigate between Blind Pass Park and Manasota Key and carry as many as 22 passengers per trip. However, some residents located near the public dock on Harbor Lane, where the boat would launch, are not happy with the plan due to property value issues. And a landmark statue and fountain that is on display outside of Warm Mineral Springs in Northport will stay in its current location, at least for now. According to the Herald Tribune, commissioners agreed during a joint city and county meeting yesterday to restore the popular Three Graces art piece. A debate about whether Sarasota County or the city of Northport should maintain it has gone on for years, but Northport leaders, they've indicated they would like to take ownership of the statue. Plans to revamp Warm Mineral Springs campus and parts of the Ortez Boulevard could pose a problem later down the road if the statue's location causes safety issues. The mini L. Rogers Plaza could get closer to actuality today in Bradenton, as the Central Community Redevelopment Agency Advisory Board is set to hear presentations this morning from finalists looking to redevelop the property at 13th Avenue West and 1st Street. One developer and Suncoast Community Capital submitted their bids for the project earlier this summer, and they'll present their plans for the project at today's meeting. The plan could include a mixed-use development with a grocery store and other retail space possible, or space for affordable housing. The Downtown Sarasota Merchants Association is already getting into the holiday spirit and looking to help our military men and women overseas. ABC 7's Ray Collins has this wonderful story.
92-year-old Myron Elliott is part of our greatest generation. The retired doctor served in the Air Force in World War II, and he's glad to learn the Downtown Merchants Association is going to send care packages overseas during the holidays to active military.
I think it's good.
He thinks it's good because for a while, he says, the vets weren't always given the respect they deserve. You think the veterans get enough credit these days?
No, I don't.
But his daughter says she has seen a change.
You know, now after 9/11, I do think, you know, we're making an effort to support all of those that are fighting for our country. But unfortunately, I don't think that happened during the Vietnam War.
Patrick's Restaurant in downtown Sarasota is among the merchants finding ways to make the current veterans feel special.
Here, all the merchants, we like to get together and give back to all the veterans serving overseas.
For example, this bakery will send oversized chocolate chip cookies overseas, while this retailer will target service women with everything from Turkish towels to soaps and lotions. Patrick's will send gift cards.
When you come home, we want to give you guys some free appetizers here and, you know, show us this is our little way of giving back to those of you who serve.
And Dr. Elliott likes the new program. It's a good thing?
Good thing. Yeah.
And the merchants are taking suggestions for local active duty personnel to support. In the newsroom, Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Ray. Always good to give back to those who have served our country so steadfastly.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. That's good they're doing that. We are looking at more rainfall. We had a little bit of rainfall yesterday. In fact, in some places we had a lot of rainfall. Today, I think we have another good chance of seeing some, at times, heavy rainfall, particularly around drive time tonight, Donnie, where I think it's going to be kind of wet. And then I think that chance lingers through tomorrow as well. We'll talk about when that might kind of wind down in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, John. Also coming up, Suncoast recognized by a national magazine as one of the best places to travel. Who knew? Well, we'll tell you more coming up.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
1-800-350-9872.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour quality selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade.
Seymour Savings.
It's the Buick 2016 model year sell down. Now get 20% below MSRP on select Encore models in stock. That's nearly $5,000 below MSRP on the 2016 Buick Encore.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
A current condition coming in at 77 degrees. We have a dew point of 73, so it feels kind of humid outside. You can almost tell that there are rain showers on the way. 75 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca. 76 in Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, Northport. 75 in Punta Gorda and 77 in Venice, Inglewood. And out on the Key at Longboat, 79 degrees. We have an area of low pressure that is clearly spinning right here, moving up the state of Florida. It's gradually drifting toward the northwest, so we'll eventually see it work its way closer to the spine of the state. As it does so, some of these showers that have been out in Gulf waters are going to try and move a little bit closer to land. So if you're traveling today anywhere along the east coast of the state of Florida, it's going to be a wet day, no doubt about it. We can get some 2-3 inch rainfalls in locations along that coastline. Locally, it's going to impact our weather as well, slinging some of these showers back in our direction, lifting up these showers from the south as well. All of this kind of combining together at various points in the day to bring us probably in many locations a ½ inch to an inch of rainfall. Rain chances are good, coming in at about 60 or 70% today. Not a lot of rain currently falling. Morning commute should be dry, but the commute home tonight could be just a little bit wetter, no doubt about it. There's our trough of low pressure over the last 24 hours, gradually getting closer and closer to the east coast of the state. It's a long trough of low pressure, and so it'll take a day or so for its influence to move further to the north and eventually on out of here. We also have Ian way out in the center part of the Atlantic. Not a threat to anyone. This tropical storm will lift north and then be jettisoned quickly out into the open waters of the Atlantic, not bothering anybody except mariners and shipping. We're looking for that low pressure region to lift north around this area of high pressure. We'll watch that take about 24 hours to lift north and eventually reduce its impact on the state of Florida. But before then, we have the potential, especially in inland areas, to pick up some pretty good rainfall. So good rainfall chance today. Some of the rain could be heavy, particularly in the inland areas. And then drier over the weekend. After we get through this kind of midweek hump and high rain chances, our rain chances will start to go down for the last half of the work week. As you can see, some heavy storms predicted by our RPM computer model, and I think that's accurate. We'll look at Wauchula, Arcadia, Ona as kind of the bullseye for the heavier storms today, but there could be some along the coast as well. Total rainfall accumulations in inland areas could be impressive. Watch the rainfall futurecast and you'll see the heaviest of the rain over the next day or so occurs in inland areas. Along our coastline, we still have the chance to pick up a ½ inch to maybe 1.5 inches of rain in some isolated locations. For boaters today, watch those winds picking up, especially in the second half of the day, and there will be storms out in Gulf waters, particularly again in the second half of the day. We'll look for about a 60% chance of rainfall today and tomorrow, especially as we head into Thursday. Our rain chances start to decrease. By the weekend, we're down to a kind of a typical 40% chance, but with a little bit more sunshine, our temperatures will go up. Donnie?
Thank you, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways, things are picking up, and with the increased traffic, there is an accident there, right there on Cortez Road, and actually it's 9th Street, just off Cortez Road, and 41, 9th Street at 41, so be aware of that accident in Bradenton. You see volume picking up there on State Road 64, heading west towards 75 from 301. Otherwise, everything is looking normal for this point in the morning, and heading down into Sarasota County on Bee Ridge Road, both west and eastbound traffic is a little bit of a backup, a little more volume than normal in between 301 or 41 and 75. Otherwise, everything is looking good in South County. In our weekly feature, A Place We Call Home, ABC7's Linda Carson takes us on a tour of the Alta Vista neighborhood.
The Alta Vista neighborhood borders downtown Sarasota.
Our dimensions go to Tuttle Avenue, over to Bahia Vista, over to 301, and to Ringling Boulevard.
The location is one reason Erica Elliott bought a home here.
The proximity to downtown is fantastic, but you're not in downtown paying the downtown prices, and you get a little bit more space. So I like that I have a fenced-in yard, my dog can run around, but I can still easily get to 41, I can get to 75, I can shoot down shade and go to like the Hillview area and all the restaurants and bars there.
And it borders Payne Park.
It's a great gem. It's the last green park in all of City of Sarasota, and it connects downtown to Midtown.
Payne Park is an important part of life in Sarasota today. Many events are staged here, and it has an awesome playground and skate park. It's a real plus for the neighborhood.
It's got not only tennis, everybody walks their dogs, there's Tai Chi, exercise classes, just joggers and walkers and people who want to exercise.
Payne Park has played a major role in Sarasota's history. Calvin Payne gave 60 acres to the city in 1923 to build a park on. The city built a baseball field on the land, and from 1924 to 1989, several major league teams held spring training here. And for decades, there was a city-owned mobile park here. The Alta Vista Neighborhood Association was formed in 1990 by a group including Lisa Marabella. The community grew and thrived.
The neighborhood today has 6 schools, 5 faith-based institutions, and we have Sarasotans, native Sarasotans, and we have young and old, but many families because of all the schools around, which is great, and lots of cultural diversity.
Virginia Haley and her husband moved here 2 years ago.
We wanted a neighborhood with large yards. We like older homes, not too old. Ours is 1961. We wanted to be close to town, so I have an 8-minute commute and a place that's a real neighborhood. And we found all of that right here in Alta Vista. This is a great place to call home because we have Payne Park for our backyard, concerts on Friday night, and you can have a Guinness at the Shamrock right across the street.
And Payne Park, as it has always been through the decades, is the crowning glory of the Alta Vista neighborhood. And now the neighborhood can take great pride in having one of the most beautiful and active neighborhood parks anywhere in the state of Florida. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. The first episode of Dancing with the Stars became Protesting with the Stars. We'll tell you more about that, as will GMA, coming up.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Welcome back. It wasn't the usual start to Dance with the Stars season thanks to an in-studio protest against Ryan Lochte. ABC's Mara Scavacampo has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, chaos and confusion on the dance floor after Olympian Ryan Lochte's performance at the Dancing with the Stars premiere.
Excuse me. Hey, back off. Excuse me.
Watch as Lochte is being critiqued, broadcast live and split screen. But look over here, security personnel rushing in before the show quickly throws to a break.
Take a deep breath. We'll be right back.
After 4 minutes,
because we had a little incident, I would like to personally thank our security team for staying in shape.
It's later revealed that 2 protesters wearing anti-Lochte shirts stormed the stage. LAPD arresting the men, booking them for trespassing. Back in the ballroom, the competitors and judges shaken.
So many feelings are going through my head right now. A little hurt.
But the show did go on.
Wow, okay.
And our Matt Gutman will have exclusive video from the incident at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
I was out here smoking instead of being there for my son's winning shot. That was it for me. That's why I'm quitting with Nicorette.
Only Nicorette Mini has a patented fast-dissolving formula. It starts to relieve sudden cravings fast.
Every great why needs a great how.
I love bread.
I love ice cream.
Pizza.
Peanut butter.
Tacos.
I love ramen.
Anything chocolate.
Chicken tacos, pork tacos. And now that I've learned to manage what I eat, I can still eat the foods I love every single day.
Members have lost 15% more weight in the first 2 months on the Beyond the Scale program than on our previous program, and they're still eating the foods they love.
That's the genius of this program.
Join for free and get a free starter kit. Hurry, offer ends September 19th.
If your sneezes are a force to be reckoned with, you may be muddling through allergies. Try Zyrtec for powerful allergy relief. And Zyrtec is different than Claritin because it starts working faster on the first day you take it. Try Zyrtec. Muddle no more.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Get ready, college football fans. When you buy a $5 or more Fantasy 5 ticket and enter your team's drawing, you could win great prizes like team merchandise, tickets to your team's games, and other bowl game experiences. You could even win a championship weekend prize pack in Tampa or $10,000 cash. Fantasy 5 from the Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Dylan Radigan. The world is brimming with possibilities. That keeps me busy. My latest invention may be able to feed and sustain communities around the world. My team and I are always on the go, meeting new people and seeing new places. I produce films that I really care about. It's an honor to speak to audiences around the world. When people come together, meaningful work gets done. How do I do all this? Well, that part's easy. Hotelplanner.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, both Governor Scott and President Obama are in the battle with Congress over Zika funding. We'll have the latest on that. Plus, the applications are in for the Orlando Fund. We'll show you how the $23 million will be split and why Sarasota is being recognized in Forbes magazine.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi. Rebecca is off this morning, but no good deed goes unpunished. My wonderful oldest sister came over to visit me, John, and now she's supposed to drive back to Fort Lauderdale this morning to the airport, and you told me it's torrential over there.
Well, no, not yet. I think later on this afternoon it's likely to get a little heavier.
So if she drives this morning, okay?
Yeah, she'll have a better chance of being A-okay. Yeah.
Dancing between the raindrops?
Yeah, pretty much. We have an area of low pressure that's producing a lot of rain out in the Atlantic waters right now, and as it lifts north, it'll also move a little bit to the west, and as that happens, that heavy rain that you see out in the Atlantic waters will tend to want to get a little bit closer to the east coast of the state. So if you're traveling today, as Don's sister may be doing, watch for increasing rain chances along the east coast during the second half of the day. Same thing for us as well. We'll see some showers lifting out of the south across our region this afternoon, bringing us a good 60% chance of rainfall. Again, for the second half of the day, drive time home tonight could be a little sloppy. Complete forecast details coming up in a few.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at the roadways. Things are picking up at 633. There is an accident in Manatee County. It's on 9th Street at 41 on Cortez Road. Be aware of that accident. Doesn't seem to be causing too many delays right now, but I'm sure it will as traffic picks up, if it stays there for any length of time. Also on State Road 70 between 301 heading towards 301 from the east towards the west, there's a little bit of a backup, nothing major. Otherwise, everything is looking good on the Suncoast. Everything is moving along. 75, 301, and 41 all moving along nicely in Sarasota County without any accidents or delays there. Miami-Dade officials are trying to contain the spread of Zika-carrying mosquitoes as they spray more pesticides in the area. Florida now has 64 cases of Zika from local mosquitoes, and as Andrew Spencer reports, they're looking for some more help from Washington as Governor Scott meets with members of Congress today.
It's getting worse. Florida health officials say there are 8 new Zika cases in the state since last week, all of them from local mosquitoes. Again, all eyes are on Washington to see if lawmakers will finally pass funding for the fight. They failed to pass funding before a July break and again last week when they returned from their summer holiday. President Obama says it's time to get back to work.
Number one, to make sure that the government stays open. Number two, to make sure that we're able to adequately fund our efforts to not only deal with the Zika outbreaks, but also to come up with diagnostic tools and vaccines that will solve the problem for good.
Democrats and Republicans blame each other for the impasse. Obama proposed $1.9 billion in February. Congress wants something more modest. Republicans proposed a $1.1 billion bill and got it through the House, but Senate Democrats blocked it, saying there were strings attached, like restrictions on funding for Planned Parenthood. That angered Republicans like House Speaker Paul Ryan.
The Senate Democrats voted 3 times to block this. They need to get past the politics and work with us to protect the public.
Congress is expected to reconsider that $1.1 billion package, this time as part of a larger government spending measure. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
On the campaign trail, Hillary Clinton's spending his second day at home as she continues to recover from pneumonia, but her health remains a hot topic. Calling into CNN last night, Clinton tried to reassure voters that her health is not an issue and that they should take to the ballot box. Trump, who has been jabbing at Clinton's health for weeks, wished Clinton a speedy recovery and focused his attacks on Clinton's comments instead. He released a new ad on Clinton's comments that half of his supporters are deplorables. Clinton says she regrets using the word half to describe the Trump supporters she was referring to. Both candidates say they will release more health information this week. More than 240 applications have been submitted to a compensation fund for the victims of the Pulse nightclub massacre in Orlando. The fund has more than $23 million in it. 49 patrons were killed, another 53 people hospitalized after a gunman, Omar Mateen, opened fire at the nightclub last June. Reportedly, families of the slain patrons will get the largest share of the fund. So far, 46 applications have been submitted in that category. 66 applications have been filed by patrons who were injured during that shooting. And it was a risky landing for one plane in Indonesia this morning. Amazing video as the plane was trying to land in foggy weather. A Boeing 737 skidded down the runway. There were no reported injuries. Plane was carrying fuel to be distributed to remote areas on the island, so that's a scary issue when you're skidding and sparks are flying with that kind of cargo on board. And a trial will get underway today for a Florida man accused of shooting at George Zimmerman in a road rage case. Testimony is set to begin in Matthew Apperson's attempted second-degree murder trial. Authorities say he shot at Zimmerman during a traffic incident last year. Zimmerman told officers he had been driving in the Orlando suburb of Lake Mary when Apperson got behind his truck. He yelled and fired a gun at Zimmerman's car, and Zimmerman, was acquitted 3 years ago in the fatal shooting of Trayvon Martin. That case sparked protests and a national debate about race relations. And good news for graduates. Next year, starting salaries are expected to rise, at least in some industries. That's according to research from staffing firm Robert Half. The company says nationally, on average, starting rates will go up by 3.5%. The firm says the industries that should see the increase will be in finance, creativity, and marketing, also administrative and technology industries as well. Sarasota may soon get a wave of new visitors as Forbes magazine just released an article highlighting Sarasota as a hidden travel gem. The article in the Forbes Travel Guide explains in detail why Sarasota should be your next travel destination. The editors describe Sarasota as an underrated town where everyone has a backstory, and we've heard a lot of them from Linda Carson. Of course, it boasts the inviting beaches and 40 miles of shoreline and fresh Gulf Coast cuisine. Also highlighting the Ritz-Carlton, Ringling Campus, Marie Selby Botanical Gardens, St. Armand Circle, and a lot of wonderful, wonderful restaurants. The new artificial turf field at the Robert L. Taylor Complex will be unveiled this morning. Of course, there will be a lot of pomp and circumstance surrounding the grand opening because this will be the first ever artificial turf field opening in Sarasota County. The ribbon cutting will take place at 9 a.m. and this evening, 5 to 8, there will be a free open house with sports demos, food trucks, music, and a whole bunch of fun. This field contains a concession stand, restrooms, bleachers, lighting, picnic tables with umbrellas, football and soccer goals as well, and it will be used for football, soccer, lacrosse, kickball, t-ball, and wiffle ball, and I'm sure a lot of fun will be had on this field. And for the first time since 2012, the Bucks have a winning record. Ride the wave, even if it's a small little wave, and it's just beginning. Their 31-24 win over the Falcons in the season opener puts them in first place since everyone else in their division lost. After a slow start, Jameis Winston threw for 4 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers. It was a performance that head coach Dirk Cutter described as the quarterback doing what he does best, playing football.
Focused on winning, he's focusing on leading our team, and he's tough as nails. Boy, he will stand in that pocket and that rush bearing down on him. He'll stand right in there. He's a lot better moving in the pocket than people might think.
Cutter winning his first NFL game as a head coach. He is undefeated in his career in the NFL. Next, the Bucs will travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals on Sunday. And a huge congratulations to the Bradenton Marauders. The single-A affiliate of the Pittsburgh Pirates won their first ever Florida State League championship last night as they beat the Yankees 4-1, clinching the best-of-5 series. The whole series took place at McKechnie Field because Legends Field, where the Yankees play, was undergoing renovations. So the Marauders technically won as a visiting team, but they are the champs nonetheless.
We expected this coming out of spring training. We prepared for it, and for it to come true is just absolutely amazing. I mean, they played so well.
The Marauders finished the season 70-66, but they have a big trophy to show for it, so congratulations to them. And the manager, Michael Ryan, actually played in the Twins organization and with the Twins, with our friend from right here downtown, Jason Miller, who I covered with the Twins, actually Michael Ryan as well, down in their minor leagues in Fort Myers. So a little local connection there, Michael Ryan.
Some pretty happy guys, I should imagine, today.
Yes, indeed.
Eye on the majors, huh?
Yes, but right now they're going to enjoy the victory, but maybe a little call-up.
Yeah, maybe. We'll watch for some showers across our area, increasing in coverage in the second half of the day. We'll talk about that after the break.
ABC 7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
The official salon of ABC 7. Salon.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Has chronic knee pain, arthritis, or osteoarthritis of the knee robbed you of your mobility? Would you like your pain-free life back again? Then call now. You may qualify for a new non-surgical, drug-free treatment for knee pain. Even if you've tried other treatments with little or no relief, you may still be a candidate for our Advanced Arthritis Relief Protocol. This emerging treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Suffer no longer. Call right now and get your mobility back.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Temperature outside is 77 degrees with a dew point of 73. We have a northeast wind at about 7. And in a lot of places, a fair amount of cloud cover around. That cloud cover will increase as we head into the second half of the day. Showers will commence. And I think our temperatures will be held down just a little bit, even though our morning temperatures are running a little bit warmer than they did 24 hours ago. 77 Sarasota, 77 in Venice, 75 in Northport, Punta Gorda, Arcadia, Wauchula, Mayaca, Lakewood Ranch, Parrish, Bradenton, 76 degrees in Inglewood. Temperatures fairly uniform because of that general easterly wind flow that we have had, although that will be replaced by a more